Hey everyone, and welcome back to Zeus and Lexi Off the Runway. I'm Tanya,
And I'm Sophia.
and today we're going to be talking about what it's like really behind the scenes in New York Fashion Week.
So today we're going to talk about New York Fashion Week and how we all put it together, and you're going to hear firsthand from the models.
All right, so let's introduce them. Welcome back, Klark, King, and Cohen. We want to get more into depth on how you guys felt walking in New York Fashion Week. First things first, I gotta know, how did you guys find out you were even modeling in something so big?
So our mom came up to us during breakfast and she was like on her phone, kind of like preoccupied. And she was just like, okay, so guys, I have an announcement. You guys are going to be walking to New York Fashion Week. And I was like stunned. I also didn't know too much information about New Year's Fashion Week. So I was just like, cool. I was like so confused. But then as we got near and near, I started to get nervous and excited and like jump a bunch of feelings.
Yeah. What about you, Cole? How did you feel? Did you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
Yeah, and I felt really excited, but I didn't really know what it was at first, so I was just really excited, but I still didn't know what it was. So you're like excited, but you didn't know you were like I was really excited. I was like, oh my gosh, it's time for me to spread my wings.
No more photo shoots. More.
I like the photo shoots.
Yeah, it's
They're
good.
really fun.
So how did it feel like with the practices and everything like that? Did you feel like you guys were prepared for New York Fashion Week, or did we just throw you out there?
Well, at first, when we had the first coach who was making us walk on our heels, that was an interesting experience.
It was.
I personally, because when we got home and I was like practicing on my heels, like, and then my mom was like, "Wait, no, guys, this is not correct." Like, and then I was just like, "But the coach said so." And she was like, "No." I honestly was so confused when she would just walk out like,
Yeah.
and I was just like, "Okay, I've never been on New Year's Fashion Week, so that's how it's done." And
I'm just gonna do it.
So how was it with your second coach? Like, how did you guys feel? Like, was it fun training?
I felt like he was. I felt like we were ready. We were like getting ready. Soja was like getting us in the mood and stuff. Yeah.
I also feel like it was really fun, like practicing in the hotel like hallway, and everyone started coming out like, "What's happening? What are these people doing? Are they having a fashion walk just in the hotel hallway?"
Exactly.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So what was your best experience from Fashion Week? Like what was so exciting about it? Did you
The van.
enjoy like the lights, the van?
The van.
The van, you guys
The
had
van.
The karaoke before.
Yeah, the van. No, I didn't have the karaoke.
So the party van?
Yeah, the party van.
I think I don't know, something felt so special about this walk. Like at first I was just like, okay, we're walking down a strip of ground. You can do that. You do that every day. But then like it's not like you're walking around a bunch of people who are looking at your clothes, looking at your stance, looking at how you look. Like, are you happy? Do you not want to be there? Like so like as I got closer, I was like, okay, I can do this. And then I started walking, and I was just so happy to be there in that moment. Like, I felt like so excited. Like, all my nerves kind of just were like left me. And then I got off the stage, and I felt like I was just like critiquing every little thing. Like, oh my God, like, what was it? Like, my feet were like zigzag, my arms swinging too much. I don't know. Like,
no,
You start thinking you actually do really
you
good.
did really good.
Yes. All of you guys.
So if somebody wanted to walk in New York Fashion Week or just walk and model in general, like what's some tips you would give them? Like what would you tell them?
Stay on beat so everyone else can.
That's a good one.
It's good.
Mm-hmm. She want us to come back to you?
remember, there's certain walks. Like I would before the fashion week, I didn't know there was like so many different ways to walk. And then like Zoe was like, okay, so you can either do like the zigzag like purposely.
Oh yeah.
And then there was just so many ways. So I was like, remember that you don't just walk. You walk in a certain way.
Mhm.
Like, you know.
I would tell them, don't feel like don't look like at the ground and stuff. Like look up and look like when they're taking pictures and at at everybody.
And everybody.
Yeah, that's also what I was nervous about because then afterwards I was like, wait a minute. I didn't really stop, so how do I know if they really got good pictures? Like that's what I asked. Like, was it a blur? Is it going too fast?
I would say walk. I mean, walk and or pose with confidence.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So do you feel like walking in New York Fashion Week and modeling, does it build your confidence?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because then you're walking just like
So guys, when we're behind the scenes, it's not all work. Sometimes we have some funny moments. You guys think of a funny moment that happened behind the scenes that you guys remember? During practice
think-
or
Or on the runway, something funny that happened?
well, when the first coach was making us walk on our hill, like after they left, we were all down there like practicing, and it was kind of funny afterwards because we were all practicing the way that she had like taught us, and when you think back at it, it's kind of funny because we were all like really serious about it, and it really looked really
you look
wonky.
you look like the baby ducks.
Yeah, it looked really wonky. So, and we were all so serious about like we need to get this down, but it wasn't.
It wasn't right. That wasn't it.
No,
No.
just
When everybody kept whispering, go, 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 Gluck was just standing there and waiting for her.
So when you first walked out and you seen all of the cameras and all of the lights and everything and the people, how did you feel?
I was like,
That's all I could hear. I was like, and then I was like, one step after the other. What they taught you. Come on, step forward. And a moment that I think was like funny during the runway was like when one of the little kids like walked with both of you when they were on their way back. They just joined you guys.
yeah,
And that was not planned.
So it's so funny, guys. At the end of the first show, we the owners go out and they say, thank you so much for, coming out and joining us for our show, whatever. But when we went and we waved, all the kids didn't really know what we do. We didn't practice how to actually leave the stage. So they just kind of surrounded us like a little bunch of little baby chickens. So we were all just lost walking off the stage together. So
I had no idea what to do.
we practiced the walk, but we didn't practice. So nobody taught us how to walk out. So that was very funny. Very cute.
First time, it was an experience for all of us.
Yeah.
When I look back at the video, I remember I was like, wait, we should have practiced.
We should have.
I mean, even if we didn't practice, I think it was all there anyway. Like it wasn't practice, but it was like we got in like that kind of square formation.
Yeah.
Like I remember someone like pushing me to get to the side, like cause it's like, wait,
We didn't practice.
We didn't practice the exit. So for our second time, we already knew, like, okay, we had to practice exiting.
Yeah.
How do we exit when it's time to leave? Like, which kid are we grabbing? Even though every year we try to say, like, okay, I'm going to take the kid to the right. You're going to take the one to the left. And it never happens. Like,
Never.
we end up just grabbing whoever.
So what about the girls that you model with Zeus and Lexi? Do you guys keep in touch? Do you guys talk? Like, how is that
We
relationship?
have a group chat.
yeah, we have this like own group chat, and we like to like check in when we're near like a photo shoot or like when we were near the New York Fashion.
Oh, good.
We like checked in, like so because you don't want to be like come in and you had known them, but then you have to start all over because you haven't seen them in a while. So like we have that group chat and we check in like a few weeks before.
You guys didn't put me in the GC though. Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get an
You
invite
weren't
to the group
invited
chat?
to the group chat.
Well, we're not invited to the group chat.
It's for the
We didn't make the age requirement.
Do you guys still keep in touch?
Mm-hmm.
Good,
That's
good.
So do you feel like you formed like friendships with some of the girls and
Definitely. Like,
Yes.
so if with new kids coming in, like how do you welcome the new kids coming in to photo shoots or to the runway with you guys?
we're just immediately like, oh, come on. Just come on.
Yeah. Just join.
It was weird. Like, at some point, I looked like very
Not yourself.
weird. And like, people kept like rubbing the makeup off and putting it on. So I was like, I started to kind of like break down because I was like stressed, like,
Mhm.
because my hair also hadn't been done yet. And like, someone passed me to these French people who were like playing with my hair and laughing. And like, it was weird. It was weird. But then finally, I actually really loved my hair in the end for the second time.
Yes.
What
So a
about-
lot of times for Fashion Week, they'll use like foreign exchange students to come in to do like the hair and the makeup. So it's hard to like communicate with them. So we'll send them pictures of like what we want. So sometimes they may get it, and sometimes
Sometimes it's
they-
lost in
They
translation.
definitely did. Not.
Yeah. So we always try to have like one person that we hired backstage with us to adjust and fix anything that needs to be fixed
Thank
at that
goodness.
last minute.
What about you, Cole? Did you like hair and makeup?
Yeah, I liked both of them.
You liked it?
And I liked the hairstyle because I think that I did a half up, half down, and and they and they didn't have to do it over and over and over again. They just did it one time, but yeah, just did it one time.
So both times my hair was like, it was a twist out. Both times it was a twist out, and I remember before they did my hair or like play with it or mess with it, you guys would just like pull it out some. And I remember when they were messing with it the first time or something, got a video from my classmates and they were like, congratulations.
Oh, nice.
Yes. The first time the makeup was like, I don't remember, but you guys were like, teal's more her color, and then they did like a teal
A teal.
eyeshadow, and then the second time I don't actually remember. No
So-
one could get my skin color right for the second time because it was a lot of just too light or too dark, and it was really stressing because my face looked a whole different color than my neck. It was very weird.
So that's why we started Zeus and Lexi. We wanted to make sure it was very like inclusive, and we wanted to make sure that we were represented. How do you think it makes other children feel seeing maybe you on the screen or walking the runway? Like, how do you feel being that representation? Because now, for someone who has hair like you and looks like you, and you're on New York Fashion Week, how do you think that makes them feel? And how do you feel?
I think that makes them feel like empowered.
Would that make you feel empowered?
I feel like I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you guys are the role models. People are going to be looking at you like, oh, she has hair just like me or a complexion just like me. And I think that's really
I think,
important.
yeah, that was one of the main things that we wanted to make sure is that even like we include everyone into our fashion shows, into our runways and things like that. But we wanted to make sure that we include kids that look like us, that have the same complexions or the same hair texture as us, because a lot of times we didn't see that growing up. We would look in magazines and stuff, and you would never see kids that look like us in magazines. So we want to make sure now that we have our own brand, that we're putting it out there for all kids to come in and model and feel confident in who they are. So even when it's like selecting like hair people and makeup artists and stuff like that, we try to select people that know what they're doing with our complexions, our hair, and making sure that everyone feels confident.
So between the first show and the second show, what do you think the difference was? What was the comparison?
The first time it was like less prepared, I guess, but like still prepared in a way. And then the second time, oh well, Yeah, and then the second time it was like we knew how to do this, but like a little catch up, and we had a few more people.
Yes. We had
We had
20
a lot
models.
of
Yes.
more kids this time. It was a lot.
I think the first time, like King said, less prepared, but also like less prepared, more like calmer though. Because then the second time we knew what we were doing and we knew our mistakes, so like you had to like really critique yourself the second time.
Mm-hmm.
So like yeah.
Now we're going to do a quick little game with the girls. It's going to be called Pass or Pose. We're going to give you a runway theme, and you're going to tell us pass if you don't like it, pose if you want to keep it, glitter, and sparkle.
Pose.
Pass.
Pose.
Pose.
How about cowboy chic?
Pose.
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 Definitely, right?
Glow in the dark.
Oh.
Pass.
Pose.
Pose.
We know pose.
Pose,
That
pose.
sounds so fun.
Pose.
Like all the lights are off and then
How about safari chic?
pose. Pass.
Pass.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us for episode 2. We talked a little bit about the runway and how the girls felt at the end, but the next episode is going to be so much more. Make sure you stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.